I was glad he did come out when he did, really.
You needed that sort of support at that point.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and see if I can get this straight over the cameraman's head.
We hope.
I'll tell you what, that's going to be close. That's one of the best shots I've hit for a while.
So how do you all celebrate when you have a good win? Well, like that, I mean, after then, what do you do?
When we get back home, we usually get the champers out and just have a little family get-together, really, or whoever's around, if there's any of the relations around. But sometimes you don't get a chance. You might be straight off after the final of a tournament. You could be playing somewhere else the next day, because you don't know whether you're going to win a tournament or not. So you've got Mr. Hearn still organises work for you. If you knew if you were going to win the tournament, you wouldn't fix anything up for a few days, so as you could celebrate proper.
When did you yourself start?
I was only about Brendan's 10 now. I was only about 9 when I first started. But we went into a local, it was like a private club back in Coal Island, Northern Ireland, and there was no drink or anything in it. There was a couple of us used to be allowed in to watch them playing, and then they let me have a go on the table.
And were you a natural straight away?
I spent a few months just holding the rest for people and practice making the bridge hand with the rest, and then eventually had a go on the table. I took to it very, very quickly, really.
So when did you start showing the real talent that's got you where you are now?
Well, when I got to 14, I'd won the billiards and snooker championships in the town. I was beating the, all comers, all ages. But even then, I never dreamt that I'd be a professional snooker player. It wasn't really until I moved to England when I was 17 that I really started to get keen and went out and bought a cue. When I came over to England, I thought that the players would be far, far superior, because we lived in this small town, as I said, and I found I was as good as the local amateurs. I went out and bought the cue and started playing with them, and improved quite quickly then.
In fact, that first snooker room where you held the rest is a far cry from this, isn't it?
Yes, I never dreamt I'd finish up with a nice room like this. Funny, Alex is having a bit of stick tonight, isn't he, really, yeah? In fact, Alex should have been here this evening. I don't know whether you've seen the posters, 7 of the Matchroom players and special guests. Should have been Alex Higgins, only he was launching a ship in Belfast yesterday, and they can't get him to let go of the bottle. That's not true, really. I've lost the reds. As you all know, Alex enjoys a little drink now and again. But there's nothing wrong with that. Most of the players, after they finish playing, like a drink. The only problem is if you're playing first thing in the morning the next day. And Alex has come up with a new drink, which has helped us all. We're all now drinking Scotch and Windoline. You still get drunk late at night, but the next morning your eyes are as clear as a bell. What's the black? Where's the black gone? The black terry? Right, back to the serious stuff. During a game you often find yourself in this position here. Right, you just potted a red. The idea is to try and pot the black here. Try and get the white off the side cushions. You jump back over the reds across the table and pot the black. There we go. And while the reds are here, try and make use of them. Pot the black this time in the other corner pocket to spin it around the reds. And we've got a couple of Irish lads in tonight. We're having a bit of go-up into telling an Irish joke earlier about the rest. But it's funny, this is a nice little story about Paddy, who wanted to come over to England to work. And Mick says to me, he says, you don't want to be going over there, he says, because they won't understand what you're talking about. You want to go to college and learn to speak the language, and then and then go over and you'll get a job. So he thought he'd spend 6 months at Dublin University. Anyway, he's got over there. First day over in England, he's into this shop, and best English voice that he learned. He said, he said, "Good morning, I'd like 20 Embassy and a box of matches and the Times, please." And the woman behind the counter, she says, "Are you Irish?" He says, "How did you know that?" He said, "Well, this is a fish and chip shop." Sorry. Thank you, Steve. I hadn't heard that one before. He just told me about the Irish woman who was teaching her dog to wee in the gutter, and she fell off the roof and killed herself. This is another way of potting the black. This time, you snooker behind the 15 reds and the triangle. I've got to get the white to jump over the 15 reds, down the table, jump through the triangle, on down the table, and pot the black. And if this one doesn't work, I'll just keep your legs crossed there, because could finish up with a cannon. A couple of billiards players here. Over the reds, through the triangle, pop the... This is one you've seen on the television. It's always nice to see this live. Of all the 300 trick shots that I do, what's it there? They've had a bet on this one. I can't believe it. You've just potted a red, the whites ran around the table, you snookered for the black. If you put plenty of chalk on the tip and nominate the black and you're quick enough, it's just a matter of getting down and popping the black. So don't forget that one. That was a bit quick for you, wasn't it? Our cameraman hasn't seen that one before, so we'll do it for him again. Now, you get ready for this. In fact, I'll slow it down slightly for you and give you an action replay. Did you get that time? Yeah. I wasn't even getting the first one in, was it? Right, so this is definitely going to be the last try. And then we'll hand you back to our MC for this evening, Mr. Barry Hearn, just to say a few words to you.
What do you see yourself doing then?
Well, I'm, 38 now. I'll be 48. John Spencer and Ray Reardon were at their best when they were in their early 40s. They were at their peak. So I'd like to think I'd still be playing. I enjoy the commentary. I do quite a bit of commentary for ITV. I enjoy that side of it. But I never look beyond the next match I play, so I wouldn't like to think what I'll be doing in 10 years' time. I just hope, please God, I'm around knocking snooker balls about.
And do you think it will become more of a job, though, playing the game?
Well, it is a job, although you still enjoy it. If you stop enjoying it, then you probably wouldn't do so well at it. But we are very, very lucky to be getting paid a lot of money for doing something that you used to spend all your money to do anyway. Yeah.